Chava, the permission. Nishmat Moshe ben Alter, Element. That's an introduction. In Europe, about 150 years ago, one of the biggest, his name was Chaim Voloshin, was a student of the Gaon of Vilna. And at his funeral, somebody spoke. Regarding Masechta. He said the Gemara said that tzaddikim die on the day they were born. יש פה מלא ימים של צדיקים. So Moshe Rabbeinu died on the same day he was born. In the funeral he said, Chaim Voloshin, he didn't die the day he was born. Not every tzaddik died the day he was born, of course. But just for the answer, I said. He didn't die. And we consider him one of the biggest ever. He said, I'll tell you what it is. He died on the day of his Brit Milah. And actually, the birthday of a person is Brit Milah. The whole thing is a mistake. And he said the following. Halacha is like this. Halacha is Chas Shalom. The lady has a miscarriage. Speaking. The lady has a miscarriage. So Chevra Kadisha, before they're going to bury the baby, 4 months or 5 months, 6 months, as long as you see already a little body, they can do Brit Milah to the baby, the dead one, the baby. It's a Gemara. And the reason the Gemara says this, because a person has no Brit Milah, he will not stand up in Tchiyat HaMitim. The Sheikh will come and all the dead ones will rise. Whoever has no Brit Milah will not stand up. Therefore, Chevra Kadisha, say it in the eulogy that he spoke. And it's a Gemara, it's another day. And therefore, because of the Brit Milah, you will stand up. And actually, Daril says, on Brit Milah, a person gets his neshama. When he was born, he gets something else, not exactly neshama. It's a nefesh. A neshama in his brain, a Jew has a neshama in his brain. He gets in the Brit Milah. Actually, he said, Rabbi Chaim Voloshin, he died on the day of his Brit Milah. He says, that is really the time. Moshe Rabbeinu died on the day he was born because Moshe Rabbeinu was born with Brit Milah, but not Nahul. Any person is, you want to celebrate your birthday, is the day you had Brit Milah. Remember who was the son, right? So actually, this Rav Moshe, I wasn't in his Brit Milah. Maybe I was, but not alive. But he died on the day before his Brit Milah. He was born the first day of Hanukkah, I believe. His Brit Milah was the last day of Hanukkah, and I think he died the day before the last day of Hanukkah. So again, in time-wise, his Brit Milah was in Europe, and he died in America at different hours. Might be he died on the same day of his Brit Milah. He was 97 years old. He died on his birthday. It shows how big tzaddik he was. Nishmat Moshe ben Alter Elimelech. I see Dr. Baruch Span. אותו בגן עדן. סבבה?
שמואל.
שמואל.
The guy is also weird as well. If you do full slam.
איפה?
Parallel Yehudis Bas.
קראי לי מתחם, פס.
Khan.
סון הפו שלי. Yeah. If Mashiach will not show up tomorrow, few things happen. Ezra Sefer died, they translated forward, translated the Gemara, the Torah in 2 weeks. And of course, the main thing is, for the first is because the Nebuchadnezzar Machshimo, the king of Babel, Iraq, made a siege in Jerusalem. So what it sounds, this is the beginning of destruction that we will do. It's really, when you think about it, it's nothing. I was by the Babich Rebbe, I was by him the time of Saddam Hussein, I believe it was 1960. I believe so. No? No? 1990. Yeah. I touched in summer. 1990. It was happened at Rabbi Tevet, and the Rebbe gave a lecture. This is the time Saddam Hussein shot missiles. And the Rebbe said, well, the king of Iraq put his hand on the wall of Yerushalayim, but he won't do nothing. Saddam Hussein. That's what happened. When you think about it, it's nothing major. Of course, eventually it was destruction. But the siege took almost 3 years anyway. So, it was siege. Okay. To do Tanit, to make a fast there, don't eat. What happened? What happened? So we're sitting in Jerusalem, so what? It's nothing. One of the Rishonim al Chachamim say it's so crucial, this Tanit, because every Tanit it falls on Shabbat, people postpone it. Falls on Shabbat, falls on Shabbat, postpone to Sunday. Shiva Sabbath Tammuz falls on Shabbat, postpone to Sunday. Tzom Gedalia falls on Shabbat, postpone to Sunday. Chachamim say the Aruch. He said if this Tanit would fall on Shabbat, cannot fall on Shabbat in our calendar. Tevet Amidash was an optional. The Tanit, people used to do Tanit, even Bet Amidash was on, people did Tanit. Tisha B'Av, everybody fasted. Even Bet Amidash was on. The other ones was an optional. People fasted because the Bet Amidash was destroyed. So if at that time there was no calendar, the Rosh Chodesh used to be announced by witnesses that came and said, we saw the moon. Then 10th of Tevet, Hasarah Tevet, might have fallen on Shabbat. You don't postpone it. I said, because in the Navi it says, it says that day, it says you have to fast on Shabbat. On Shabbat. Nothing happened. Really nothing happened. Made a siege. The Shabbat Bet HaMikdash was destroyed. First Bet HaMikdash was destroyed. Second Bet HaMikdash was destroyed. City of Betra with Mashiach, Bar Kochba, the Rambam says, destroyed the Shabbat. You Ta'anit? No. Postpone. Shabbat? No. Shabbat? No. Okay, so Hasarah B'Tevet, what's Friday? Siege in Yerushalayim. This you gonna do Ta'anit on Shabbat? Why? This is more important than Tisha B'Av? Sounds like Salah. Even though Rashi disagree with that, Rashi in Masechet Megillah says, no, we postpone it. But one of the Rishonim, the Aruch said, no. We're going to do Ta'anit on Shabbat. Hasarah B'Tevet Shabbat. Tisha B'Av, no Shabbat. Shiva Tammuz, no Shabbat. See, for me, this is very important. But the question is, what is it all about? Nothing. How do you know? What do you know? Understand it. You have to always go back to the roots. Tanakh, the Navi, you should know all the secrets are in the Navi. In a way, more secrets in the Navi than in the Torah. In a way. You don't hide it in a certain way, but the Navi is more open. If you learn the Navi, you can figure out other things. But the Navi tells a story. As the story goes. One of the biggest tzaddikim that we had, Chizkiyahu HaMelech. One day the Navi says, the first Saddam, not the first, maybe second Saddam Hussein, his name was Sancheriv. He came to Israel, took 10 tribes, put them behind the river next to Tibet. I tell you a story about Moshe once. It was about 40 years ago, maybe that was more than 40 years ago. The Mashgiach in Lakewood called 10 people from Lakewood and he gave them a map. A map next to Tibet. said, you go over there, the 10 tribes over there. So how do you get the map? Hitler had the map. Hitler said, after you finish over here, he'll go over there. There's a place called over there, Bnei Moshe. Bnei Moshe. Which is the entrance to the 10 tribes. Bnei Moshe, it means people live over there, the old grandchildren of Moshe Rabbeinu, the old Levim. Very tall people. Very strong people. They gave them a map. The night before they leave, one of the 10, in Lakewood, had a fire in his house. They came, told the Moshiach in the morning that the guy had a fire, said, it's a message from Moshe not to go. I got the map. And I was planning to go over there also. I sent someone to Tam Kanevsky. He says, may I go? He said, no, you don't go. Wait for Moshe. The 10 tribes over there was put by Sancherib, a king of Babel, Ashur. So he took the 10 tribes, put them over there, and then he's going to Yerushalayim. At the time Chizkiyahu was the king. So you read the Navi, Sefer Melachim, Sefer Yeshayahu, you read the Navi, he prays to Hashem. Prays to Hashem that Sancherib should not conquer Yerushalayim. There's a whole story with him. With Ari, with the whole story. So in Chizkiyahu praying to Hashem, you read the Navi. Okay, read the Navi. All of a sudden he says the Navi, he got sick. Chizkiyahu got sick. Says the Gemara, Yaakov Avinu asked from Hashem for the sickness. This expulsion. He got sick. At that time, whoever got sick died. So since he got sick, he's going to die. And the Navi tells me, She'er Navi came. She'er was maybe the second biggest one after Moshe Rabbeinu. He comes to visit him. He tells him, I have a message from Hashem to you. Tell your family, your mother, whatever, you're dying. He says, what did I do? It says, you decide you're not going to get married. And Chizkiyahu answered, you know why I didn't get married? Because I'm a Navi. Not like you, but I'm a Navi. And I see that I'm going to have very bad children. I didn't want to get married to a bad children. So that's why you're going to die. What is your business? Hashem wants you to get married. You don't make calculation. What do you mean? Because of the young man? Time. So the Gemara says, Chizkiyahu told him, listen, get out of the room. I don't care what Hashem said. I'm going to pray to Hashem. It's a Navi. It's a message from Hashem. It's not, just, what do you call it, Mekubal. It's from Hashem. The prophet from Hashem said, I don't care. Even the sword is on the person's neck, he can pray. Hashem cancels his own decision. So pray to Hashem. By the way, you should know that tefillah really is being written, repetition of the episode in Sefer Yeshayahu. It's a very special tefillah that it was the Ruach HaKodesh that he made it. And if somebody needs the Shuot of Ruach Shlema, you can find it in Sefer Yeshayahu, chapter 38, from sentence 9 to sentence 20. You have to learn every word it says. You have to know what it means, just doesn't help. As everything else doesn't help. Now people say, I pray to Hashem, and it didn't help me. I said Tehillim, I said this, I prayed. I can't say exactly, but the main problem that people don't get from Hashem because they don't understand what they say. Pray to Hashem, we'll see it later. But the first condition is you have to know every word precisely what it means, not the subject, not the subject. You can't talk to Hashem and you don't know what you're saying. For example, Tehillim is very hard, very hard. For Hebrew speakers, it's hard. It's very hard. The Tefillah is very hard. Tefillah was made by Mordechai Shekes Tagdolah, and every word is counted. The Tur says, Shulchan Aruch says, don't add one word when you pray. Don't add. Because every paragraph, every sentence has a numerical numbers, exactly what it means in Shammai. Can't add nothing. Best thing is don't say nothing. Don't add one. In your head, yes. But you know, never. But if you don't know what you're saying, so people say Shir Hashirim, you say this, nothing helps. Of course, you never said it. You never said it. If you don't know what it means, that's it. It's tefillah. It's a powerful tefillah. It's in the books. It's in the books. To say this tefillah. It's a secret. This tefillah is a secret. But you have to learn it. You have to take English translation or whatever translation. And you know every word that you say tefillah, it's for sure that says it helps a little bit. For sure. Something that helps a lot. But you have to know. As it was written in Baruch HaKodesh, Chizkiah was praying to Hashem and did help. It says the Navi, by the way, Hashem heard his tefillah and Hashem added for him another 15 years. At the end, he died very young. But then he got married. And he had the baby, Menashe, was buried in the beginning, at the end of Teshuvah. Story. You read the story in the Tanakh, okay, story, okay, fine. Enough story. It's just teach us in school, so we take it for granted. Okay, story. Okay, now it's getting better, Baruch Hashem. So he asked Yeshayahu, what's going to be with this guy outside the walls, Sancherib? I said, nothing's going to happen. All going to happen. But the Gemara says millions of soldiers, millions. Only 185,000 groups. You don't know how many people in the group. It doesn't say. Millions of them. Sheriff says, don't worry about it. Okay. The Gemara says, Chizkiah was going to sleep. It was the first night of Pesach. They ate the matzah. They woke up on Pesach. In the morning, they got up. They're all dead. Nothing. No missiles, no airplanes, nothing. They all died. That's going to be the end of the Arabs. Nothing. Don't need nothing. Don't need the army, don't need nothing. You sit down and you pray to Hashem, they're all dead. The Chizkiah gets up in the morning, looks from the window, all dead. Finished. All dead. Himself, Sancherib ran away with his two children. Then the own children killed him, finished. Episode's over. Story. So the Gemara rewinds. The Gemara says like this. While he was sick, and Yeshayahu came to visit him, and then he prayed to Hashem, Yeshayahu was still there, and Yeshayahu said, okay, your prayer was accepted by Hashem. You're going to be alive. So Chizkiah asked him, can you give me a sign when you're alive? He said, yeah, I'll tell you what Hashem going to tell. Hashem going to show you that you're going to survive. By sunset, the day is going to get longer. Look like this. The day is supposed to be a certain time, 12 hours, let's say, and the sun will shine. And instead of 12 hours, it's going to be like 21 hours. So Chizkiah said, it didn't happen. No. Yeah, people won't realize it. I tell you what I would like if it's possible. I'd like to see like this. Ask Hashem. That by sunset, you will see also dark outside already. All of a sudden, the sun should shine. And then the sun will stay another 9 hours, That's a proof. Let's ask. We just, okay, that's what you want. I'm going to ask Hashem. I said, okay, I'll do it for you. Again, story. You read the story. What's the connection? What's the story? For what? Tanakh. Holy thing, Tanakh. Baruch Hashem's Sancheriv ran away. The army is dead. The Gemara says Hashem wanted to make Chizkiyahu Mashiach. Because the generation was very well. They all learned Torah, finished Shas. Perfect. But the Gemara says Chizkiyahu got up in the morning and he saw everybody's there. He did not say Nishmat Kochai, did not sing to Hashem. He said, because of that, lost Moshe. Stop. Again, after he got well, and this, now he tells a story. In Babel, in Iraq, part of Iraq was a king. Aladan used to take a nap every day. He took a nap. He used to take a nap for an hour, 2 hours, and he gets up. He sees the sun shines. The sun shines. It's supposed to be evening. He called his servants. He wanted to kill them and say, you let me sleep 24 hours? What's wrong with you? I said, what do you mean? I said, look, the sun shines. I just went to sleep just before sunset. And how come the sun shines? I said, no. He's a God. He said, what is God? My God is God. I said, oh, you're a bigger God. The God of Chizkiyahu. They knew, even though they're going, they had some kind of messages that says the God of Chizkiyahu, he whined. I mean, put back the sun in Shamayim. I said, really? I said, yeah. I said, well, that's what it is. He wrote a letter right away. It's a delegation. It says, go to Yerushalayim right now. From Babel, from Iraq. Letter. I wrote in the letter, Chizkiyahu, for the God of Chizkiyahu. There's a whole story about it. And then, yeah. And then, you go to Yerushalayim, say hello to Chizkiyahu. Okay, they went to say hello to Chizkiyahu. They came and Chizkiyahu said, yeah, happened, yeah, Hashem did for me. Come have dinner with me. They had dinner with him. And Chizkiyahu's wife, already by the time he got married, by the time the delegation came after Pesach, she gave wine to the guests, to the goyim, chatted with them a little bit. And then Chizkiyahu said, okay, let me show you around. He took them to Bet HaMikdash. He opened up the storages of Bet HaMikdash downstairs, showed them all the gold and the precious stones, and then he took them inside Bet HaMikdash. He took them inside the holy. Do you understand what I'm saying? The whole time? No. And then he took them into Bet HaMikdash into the holiest, Kodesh HaKodeshim, opened up the ark, showed them the tablets of it. Because see, with this, we win the war. Again, story. Okay. Then they left. Yeshayahu came over to him and asked him, excuse me, who was this delegation? So the Gemara said, with pride, it said, oh, they came to greet me. They came from far away, from Iraq. And Yeshayahu said, so what did you do with them? I said, well, we had dinner, and then I took them to Bet HaMikdash, and I showed them everything in Bet HaMikdash. Yeshayahu said, listen what I tell you. Hashem is upset, and because you did it, those things will end up in Iraq. The whole Bet HaMikdash is going to be destroyed, and everything will be taken away from him. Because you showed them Bet HaMikdash, because you sat down and ate with them, Hashem is upset at you. But Hashem said, it's going to happen in your children's time. So Navi says, Chizkiyahu said, oh, Baruch Hashem, thank God it's not my time. And my children, okay. What? story that I could jump. We'll jump. His great grandson, the last king, his name was Tzidkiyahu. His real name was Matanya. Nebuchadnezzar Machshimo came and really captured Holy Yerushalayim. He took the king, his brother of Tzidkiyahu Matanya, his name was Nechonia. He took him, put him in jail in Iraq. For no reason, just, it was the worst. The Gemara says when his neshama came to Gehenom, all the people in Gehenom made a strike. They said to Hashem, take him out of Gehenom. He was so mean and bad. It's embarrassing to say what he did. To learn Gemara Shas. And you learn Gemara Shas, you hear what he did to Tzidkiyahu. I mean to Tzidkiyahu. The worst of them all. He was Shlomo Zamelech's son from Shiva. In Shiva. Nebuchadnezzar Machshimo was. So he made Matanya, Nechonia's brother, Tzidkiyahu, he made him the king. So then he read the Navi says Tzidkiyahu was a Rasha. He was a Rasha. We'll get to it later. So one day was a meeting. This Nebuchadnezzar used to ride on a lion on the street. This was the tester those days. You don't have to put in a guess. And his scarf was a snake. That's how powerful the guy was. You heard what I said? Riding on a lion, and the scarf was a snake. And he ruled half of the world. And one day, the three kings got together. They said they want to rebel against him. They're all going to get all the army and kill him. At that meeting, they said to Tzidkiyahu, you should be the king of the world. You're all right. But Tzidkiyahu had a secret that his story wanted to tell a secret. One time, he came to Iraq, I think it was in Iraq, and he saw Nebuchadnezzar, the animal, eating a live rabbit. I live in China. The Chinese have it for him. Eat live animals. And he was very embarrassed. Surprisingly embarrassed, he was an animal. And he told Tzidkiyahu, swear to me that you'll never tell it to anybody to submit to the rabbit. It's working. Go back to that meeting of all the kings. They said they want to rebel against Nebuchadnezzar and they're going to make Tzidkiyahu the king. He said, I deserve to be the king. Because this guy's an animal. He ate a rabbit, even though he swore not to say, he said it. Yeah. Two of the kings, Ammon and Moab, went to Nebuchadnezzar and said, oh, how did you have the rabbit? With ketchup? I said, what? I said, Tzidkiyahu said, he saw you eating a live rabbit. So, yeah. He drafted his army. He's coming to Yerushalayim, destroy Yerushalayim. Siege. Hasarah. It's a secret mission. He comes to Yerushalayim, and people got so scared. They came over to him and said, what happened? He says, what's the halacha if somebody swears? He doesn't keep the how come he swore to me? Did you undo his swear? First he killed all the chacham. When he came to Yerushalayim, made a siege. The siege was about 3 years. The 3 years, first he broke the wall, and then so Tamigdash. And we're going to rewind back. Let's see of this Friday. Mashiach doesn't come and say how important this is. More important than Tisha B'Av. So it goes like this. When he made the siege of Yerushalayim, Yirmiyahu Navi was in time. Mashiach was dead already. Came out to the listen. Go on the wall of Yerushalayim right now with the white handkerchief, the white flag, and tells him, sorry, He's going to go back to Iraq. He said, oh no, not me. I'm not going to surrender. Oh no. He said, listen to me. If you're not going to surround, Tamita is going to be destroyed. Millions of people are going to get killed. Tamita will burn down. So I'm not. It's in America, hello. In the morning Tisha B'Av, you know what? Whose fault is this? Start to rewind. Titkiah. Yirmiyahu told you, don't do it. Continue the Gemara and rewind. What did you do? You swore with your mouth. You don't keep your word. You know how important your mouth is? Don't even have rights to his mother. You should know the job in this world is to keep your mouth shut. מהו אמונתו של אדם בעולם הזה ישים עצמו אילם. Mouth is very holy. Don't you ever say wrong things in your mouth. Don't even say bad words in your mouth. You swore, you don't keep the swear. Then you had a chance to ask for forgiveness. No. By the way, you're a Rasha. I'm Rasha? Why am I Rasha? Is it Sadiq or Rasha? Someone said, well, is Sadiq and Rasha both? How can it be both? I said, tell you what it is. If you are the king and you look to the side and you don't tell people off because of your pride, you're Rasha. The Gemara says it, and Hashem told Rabbi Aderet, all the tzaddikim will die in the destruction of Israel because they didn't tell the people off. The pride of the tzaddikim said, I don't want to say I'm going to lose public opinion. Continue to remind. Hasarah Tevet is the siege. The siege came in the time of Chizkiyahu. Rewind. He was in a till right like this. Chizkiyahu got sick. And when he got sick, what did he do? Of course, Chizkiyahu can't tell himself, no. Let's not tell you what happened. When Chizkiyahu saw the army of Sancherib outside, he prayed to Hashem. He says, but he didn't pray to Hashem as a slave to Hashem, as a friend of Hashem. Because Hashem b'yirah v'glu b'yirah. So you can't expect Hashem to listen to you if you consider Hashem as your friend. Hashem considers you as his friend, but you, Hashem lוקח עתירה. Moshe Rabbeinu before he dies, he tells you know what Hashem wants from you? One thing. Kim יראת Hashem. Fear of God. שלמה המלך ends. ספר קהלת. Hashem, אלוקים מצא את אדם, שירה מפניו. You have to have kavod to Hashem, fear of Hashem. You're not friendly with Hashem. You stand for Hashem and pray. Hashem, even if you know what you're saying, you pass stage one of it. You know every word precisely what it says. But if you don't stand in front of Hashem, be'ima, vira, with fear, is that Hashem doesn't listen. Chizkiyahu got sick because of it. Shehu came to say, listen, you get it down. I said, you know what? It's the same route. Hashem told you to get married. So now I'm not getting married. Who? Because I see that my children, means missing in fear of Hashem. Okay, we'll continue with the Gemara. I'll tell you what it is. Yeshayahu comes to him and he tells him, listen, you're going to die. He said, I'm going to pray to Hashem. Okay, at that time, Baruch Hashem, at that moment, that paragraph is so powerful. You read the paragraph, you shake, if you know what the paragraph means. Yeshayahu said, okay, fine. Okay, you okay? Okay, Yeshayahu told him, okay, listen, but I want to tell you something about, so she's asking, what about the army outside? He said, don't worry about it. So Chizkiyahu said, okay. I'm going to get well from the sickness? Yeah. He said, I need a sign. Excuse me? You need a sign? Okay, Yeshayahu said, you know what? Ask Hashem. Hashem said, he's going to give you a sign. No, I don't like this sign. I want another sign. Excuse me? All of that comes to one point. You have no fear of God. Chizkiyahu tzaddik is nothing. Wait. Okay, continues the story. So gets up in the morning, Pesach in the morning, and everybody's dead. So can you sing to Hashem, say Nishmat Kochai, thank you? No. Because you're friendly with Hashem. Then a delegation comes from Iraq. I said, hello, Chizkiyahu, you God made a miracle for you when you were sick. Huh? I said, yeah, come have dinner. I said, what does it excuse me? Have a dinner with those people from Iraq. By the way, the Gemara says Hashem regrets he made Iraq. Hashem regrets 4 things he made. The Arabs, the Iraqis, Saddam Hussein, the exile, and the Sultan. You sat down with Goyim and you ate dinner with them, and your wife poured wine for them, and then you took them into Beit HaMikdash, and you showed them the storage of Beit HaMikdash or the gold, and then you came to Beit HaMikdash, and you took them to the Echal with the Kohen HaGadol goes in Yom Kippur, you opened the Ark, and you showed them the tablet. Where is your fear of God? What's wrong with you? Listen, Hashem said, everything will go to Iraq. The Iraqis will come. Not too much later, not 2 years later. The great-grandson, Tzidkiyahu, he did Hasarah Tevet. Hasarah Tevet means it's the beginning of an exile. He went to exile in Egypt. We came out before the exile in Egypt was finished because Hashem had to take us out because we so-called went to the gates of Hasarah over there. We went to the parades. So the first exile that starts is Babel, Iraq. And when it starts, Hasarah Tevet. When Chizkiyahu continued Tzidkiyahu, exile started. So the whole problem is not the war, the situation of the war. Because the war started with Hashem told Chizkiyahu. And surprisingly, when Yeshayahu tells him it's going to happen, but Hashem says it's not going to happen in your time. He said, Baruch Hashem, it's going to happen in my children's time. What's wrong with you? Missing fear of God. Missing understand who is Hashem. How a person has to become so humble. So, look, you know why he went down to Egypt? Because Abraham Avinu asked a question. Bama yada ki Rosh Hashanah. And Hashem told Abraham Avinu when he was 70 years old, listen, I'm telling you, you're going to have children, you give Israel. Abraham Avinu said, excuse me, how do I know I'm going to get it? So he said, what? You're asking me this question? He said, the Maharal, according to the level of Abraham Avinu, you ask Hashem, how do I know? So the first exile, we came down to Egypt, this is Rosh, huh? Yaakov was in Egypt. What happened? Abraham Avinu asked a question. Chizkiyahu asked the same question. He tells Yeshayahu, can you give me a sign? No, I want another sign. Said, what happened to you? What happened? He says, your job in this world is to take a mom. You're very nice. Never ask a question. Never be accused, George. The Pharisee says, accused, George is that. Not asking the questions. Not to Hashem and Hashem, not to people. It's not your business. Not your business. Why are you busy with questions? A humble person doesn't ask anything. Ask no question. We don't fit in the trap. Of course not. It's Satan. Everything is Satan. There's such thing in bad Jew. The question is how much Satan is in the person's head. No such thing. These guys no good. No such thing. Every Jew is a diamond. The question is, what inside this diamond? Sometimes you look in the diamond, you know diamonds a little bit, you see there's a black dot inside. I say it's no good. Nobody wants to buy it. Believe me, it's inside. It's a special thing to get this black dot out. It's called Judah diamond. You know diamonds. But that is our job in this world, is to cleanse ourselves, to clean ourselves from those Satan in our head. So that's what he did to Chizkiyahu. Chizkiyahu is excellent. But Satan went inside. Peter Katuba was his friend. And he comes and shows the Goyim the separate Torah. This is not Chizkiyahu. It's not Torah. So maybe it's punishment. Especially I'm saying never did the sin. The Satan makes us do it. So we pay the price. But this Tanakh was waiting for us to know, to guard us, and to lead us, and to teach us to how to be careful from this animal, the Satan, the Hashem regrets he made. This Ta'anit, that's how Tevet is to correct Abraham Avinu's question, to correct Cheskiyahu's question, to correct Tzidkiyahu's misbehavior, his pride. He didn't want to surround himself. And he said certain things, of course, he promised not to say. The statement of Kadosh Baruch Hu is Emet, it's true. This is Ta'anit. Says the Rambam, it's not eating. You can eat, but it's not eating. Rambam writes, the purpose of Ta'anit is to know why the need is for, what's the root of the Ta'anit. Now the war, it's exile, it's called exile of Babel. It started on Tevet. Because, again, remind, Chizkiyahu. Rambam writes in his commentary, you do this, Ta'anit is accepted. Make a kabul bashet, Ta'anit accepted. And says, now you did the job. And hopefully you will do it. David says, Gabriel came to Daniel and said, the minute you accepted the Ta'anit, Hashem considers that you did it. As long as we accept this Friday, we'll do Ta'anit, Hashem accept it today, and we're not going to have it. Amen. Kaddish B'chavod. Al Yisrael.